The PBM Playbook, spread, rebate, gag clauses. Now here's where most people get steered without realizing it. The rules behind the counter aren't neutral. They're built by pharmacy benefit managers, PBMs, to maximize the lanes that benefit them and their clients, not necessarily you. Once you see the playbook, you'll know exactly why the insurance total can overshoot cash or a discount card, and how to route around it in seconds. Start with spread pricing. Plain English. The PBM tells your plan an allowed amount, say $60, then reimburses the pharmacy $40 and keeps the $20 spread. You never see that line, but it flows into premiums, copays, and the negotiated price you're asked to pay. When a PBM profits on the difference, there's less pressure to surface the true floor price at the counter. That's why your insurance lane can read higher than cash or a discount at the same store, same minute. Next is rebate logic on brands. Manufacturers pay back-end rebates to PBMs and plans for preferred placement on formularies that can make an expensive brand look like a better deal than it really is, because your copay is lower even when the plan's total cost stays high. You feel the win today. The plan absorbs higher costs, which loop back later in premiums. The thing most people miss is that a preferred brand can be cheaper at the register than a non-preferred generic, but still cost the system, and eventually you, more overall. This is why we compare lanes every time instead of assuming preferred means lowest. Let's talk gag clauses. For years, contracts stopped pharmacists from telling you a cheaper cash price if you didn't ask. Those were banned in 2018, which is good, but habits stick. Many pharmacies won't volunteer alternatives unless you open the door. Your line, before you run it, cash, best discount you can honor, and an insurance test claim for this exact strength and quantity, solves that. You're not being difficult. You're giving permission for a comparison they can now share. Preferred networks are another nudge. Your plan stamps a chain as preferred, and it can help on some drugs, but not all. Contracts vary medication by medication. I've seen a preferred chain beat everyone on one inhaler and lose badly on a common generic 2 miles away. Treat preferred as one quote in your price map, not the final answer. You'll still ask for the same 3 numbers and pick the winner for that drug today. There's also quantity and mail steering. Plans often favor 90-day fills, sometimes at mail. That can be great for stable meds. But discount lanes might price 30-day lower, or local cash might beat both. If you compare a 90-day insurance quote to a 30-day discount, you'll pick wrong. Match day supply across lanes, then decide. If you're still adjusting a medication, do a 30-day first to avoid buying pills you may not use. Here's a quick story beat for clarity. A viewer's sertraline was quoted at $19 via insurance at a preferred chain, $13 cash, and $7 with a discount at the same counter. They asked for a void on the test claim and re-rang with the discount. Savings, 63% in one sentence. Why it worked? The PBM spread sat inside the insurance lane. The discount lane bypassed it. Credibility matters, so know this context. 3 companies, CVS Caremark, Express Scripts, and OptumRx, control a large share of prescription benefits. The Federal Trade Commission has scrutinized PBM practices, and policymakers are active on reforms. You don't need the politics to use the tactic, but it's useful to know that the pressure you feel at pickup isn't imagined. The incentives are real. Okay, so the tricky part is getting clean, comparable numbers fast. Here's the checklist language that keeps you on track. Same drug, same strength, same quantity. What's cash today? What's the best discount price you can honor? And what's the insurance test claim price? Which NDC are those for? If insurance was already run, add please void so we can compare cleanly. This avoids getting locked into a higher lane by accident. Common mistakes to avoid here: treating preferred as a guarantee. It's a hint, not the finish line. Comparing 30-day in one lane to 90-day in another. Forgetting that discount card fills usually don't count toward your Medicare Part D cap. Use discounts for dirt cheap generics, run costly drugs through insurance to reach the cap faster, assuming a pharmacist will volunteer cheaper options without your question. Ask first. Quick wins you can try today. Call one independent and one big box pharmacy for a staple med. Ask cash, discount, and insurance test claim for the same NDC if possible. If one quote is dramatically lower, ask the other to match the NDC and price. If your plan lists a preferred pharmacy, still get one competing quote. You'll catch the outliers that save 30% to 70%. Once you see spreads, rebates, and network labels for what they are, steering mechanisms, you stop letting them choose for you. The playbook isn't your enemy. It's just not written for your wallet. Use your question to force a fair comparison, match quantities, and pick the lane that wins today without hurting next month's plan. The discount card twist: friend, foe, or decoy? Here's the straight answer. Discount cards are a separate cash lane that can beat insurance by a mile on common generics, tie it on some meds, and lose badly on others. They ride PBM networks, but sit outside your plan. That means two things at once. You can get a lower price today, and those dollars usually won't count toward your Medicare Part D totals. Powerful tool. Wrongly used, it backfires. Why should you care? Because price swings are real. Discounts change by zip code, by chain, and even by manufacturer. One store might quote $7 today for 10 milligrams tablets, while the same store across town rings $15 for the identical drug and strength. And dosage math matters. A single 20 milligrams tablet can be cheaper than two 10 milligrams tablets if your prescriber approves a safe split and the formulation allows it. Here's what discount cards actually do. They pre-negotiate a cash rate with pharmacies. When you present the code, the pharmacy processes it like a claim through that PBM network, pays a transaction fee, and collects the discounted price from you. Sometimes pharmacies would rather match the public discount as straight cash to avoid the fee. That's a good thing. Ask them. Now, the practical way to use them. Build a quick 3x3. 3 apps you trust and 3 pharmacies you'll realistically use. Apps could be GoodRx, Single Care, and your warehouse club program. Pharmacies: 1 national chain, 1 big box or grocery, and 1 independent. Search the exact drug, strength, and quantity. Lock those in, no mixing 30-day with 90-day quotes. Then call the store to confirm the live price and ask for the NDC tied to that quote. Your script is short. For drug, strength, quantity, what's your cash price? What's the best discount card price you can honor today? And which NDC is that? If I bring a live code for your store, can you honor it? If they need the code to quote, fine. Ask if they'll match it when you arrive. Most will. If not, decide if the drive is worth the difference. This clicked for me when a viewer lined up metformin 500 milligrams, 60 tablets. App: A showed $11 at the big chain, $8 at the big box, $16 at the independent. App B showed $9 at the chain, $7 at the independent, $12 at the big box. Their pharmacy's cash was $10. Insurance copay was $15. The live winner that day was $7 at the independent through App B. They called, confirmed NDC and stock, and paid $7 in 10 minutes. Now, here's where most people mess up. They assume the card always wins. For cheap generics, the card or straight cash often does. For brands, inhalers, or anything over $50, pushing the fill through insurance can be smarter in 2025 because those dollars move you toward the $2,000 cap. A $12 discount victory on a cap-driving drug might delay months of dollar copays later. Decide your lane based on impact, not just today's sticker. Common mistakes to avoid: treating a screenshot like a contract. Prices update: pull fresh quotes the day you fill. Comparing different quantities. match 30 versus 30 or 90 versus 90 before you pick a lane. Ignoring formulation. Do not split extended release or enteric-coated tablets. Ask your prescriber before any pills splitting. Skipping the phone call. Confirm the NDC and in-stock status so you don't chase a phantom price. Forgetting privacy. Some apps share data. If that bugs you, ask the pharmacy to match a public price as cash. Quick shortcuts that save time. Warehouse clubs. Many let non-members use the pharmacy. Call and ask if membership is needed for that price. If a fee erases your savings, ask an independent to match. Independent match. Say, if you match this public discount as cash, you avoid the card fee. Can we do that? Many will meet you halfway. Dose math. When clinically safe, check the per milligram price of the next strength up. One scored tablet at higher strength can cost less than 2 lower strength tablets. One nuance nobody tells you. Discount cards sometimes show different rates at the same chain based on store location. Always pick the store tied to the exact code in your app. If you want a different branch, pull a fresh quote for that address. If you remember nothing else about discount cards, remember this: they're a lane, not a lifestyle. Use them when they clearly beat both insurance and straight cash for cheap generics. For pricey meds that push you toward the cap, try insurance first and let those dollars count. And every time, confirm cash, discount, and insurance for the same NDC and day supply before you let a single claim go through. The 3-step fix overview. You don't need to fight the whole system to save real money. You just need a routine that forces the 3 lanes to compete before anything gets billed. That's the 3-step fix. Compare, confirm, commit smart. 10 minutes per medication the first time. 5 minutes on refills once you've got it down. Here's why it works. Confusion pays middlemen. Clarity pays you. When you line up cash, discount, and insurance for the same drug, same strength, same day supply, you stop guessing and start choosing the real lowest lane that still supports your bigger plan, especially if you're on Medicare and aiming for that $2,000 cap. You'll catch surprise fees, mismatched quantities, and the PBM spread that quietly nudges the insurance lane higher than cash or discount. The steps are simple. Step 1, compare. Build a tiny price map for each prescription that captures 5 numbers: insurance test claim, pharmacy cash, and 3 discount app prices, plus a 90-day option if relevant. Keep the drug name, strength, and quantity identical across every quote. Ask for the NDC behind each number, so you're not comparing apples to oranges. This exposes outliers fast. Step 2, confirm. Before anyone runs a claim, ask the pharmacy to quote today's cash price, the best discount they can honor, and an insurance test claim for the exact drug and quantity. Verify NDC, availability, and any fees or membership requirements. If insurance was already run, ask them to void and requote. If a price depends on a specific NDC that's not in stock, ask when they can source it and whether the price will hold. Step 3, commit smart. You'll lock in lanes by impact. Cheap generics under roughly $10 to $15, cash or discount usually wins. Pricey brands, inhalers, insulin, or anything over $50. Try insurance first, so those dollars count toward the cap. Set a default pharmacy for convenience and a deal pharmacy for consistent winners. Then transfer only the meds that benefit. Turn on a monthly reminder to refresh your price map before your pickup week. Expect this the first time. 10 to 15 minutes per medication, then much faster. The payoff shows up immediately. I've seen the same generic drop from $60 under insurance to $7 with a discount lane the same day at the same counter just by asking the question and matching quantities. Once you run this system twice, you won't go back. All right, let me show you exactly how to build your price map in Step 1. Step 1. Compare like a pro, build your price map. The first number you hear is rarely the best number. Your job is to put all 3 lanes on the same page before anyone hits submit. We're building a simple price map that captures the true options for your exact prescription. Do this once, save it in your notes, and you'll update in minutes next month. Start with scope. You're collecting 5 prices for the same drug, same strength, and same quantity. Insurance test claim price, pharmacy cash price discount app. A price discount app, be price discount app. See price, then grab a 6 check. 90-day pricing in each lane. If you're stable on that med, don't change strength or formulation between quotes. If you compare 30-day to 90-day or IR to ER, you'll pick the wrong winner. Pick your players. Use 3 pharmacies you can realistically visit. 1 national chain, 1 big box or grocery store, and 1 independent. On the app side, choose any 3 you trust. GoodRx, Single Care, and a Warehouse Club program are a solid mix. The goal is coverage, not perfection. Prices vary by pharmacy and app, so a 3x3 grid uncovers the sweet spot. Now run the calls. Say this line verbatim. I'm pricing drug name, exact strength, exact quantity. Before you run insurance, what's your cash price today? What's the best discount card price you can honor for that quantity? And can you run an insurance test claim for the same strength and quantity? Which NDC are those prices for? If they say they need a code to quote the discount, fine. Ask if they'll honor a live code when you arrive. If insurance was already run, ask them to void, so you can compare cleanly. Why the NDC? Prices swing by manufacturer and package size. A chain might quote $19 for an NDC they stock. The independent down the street has a different NDC at $7. If the independent wins, ask the chain, can you source NDC number by Friday and match the price? You'll be surprised how often they can. Open your apps while you call. Search the exact drug, strength, and quantity. Tap the same 3 pharmacies by location and capture the lowest discount price each app offers for that store. Screenshot the codes and note the NDC if the app shows it. If an app lists multiple NDCs, pick the one the store confirms it can fill today. Run a quick micromap example. You're mapping lisinopril 20 milligrams, 30 tablets. Chain, cash $14, discount app a $9, insurance test claim $22, NDC $123. Big box, cash $10, discount app be $7, insurance $18, NDC $456. Independent, cash $11, discount app C $8, insurance $20, NDC $789. Your winner today is $7 at the big box with app B. Before you drive, call to confirm. Can you honor $7 for lisinopril 20 milligrams, 30 tablets today using app B? Which NDC is that? And is it in stock? If yes, you're done. If no, ask if they'll match the independent's $8 as straight cash. Now, the dose and quantity levers safely. Ask your prescriber. Is it clinically safe to use a higher strength and split tablets? Never split extended release or enteric-coated pills. If splitting is okay and the tablet is scored, check the per milligram price. One 20 milligrams tablet can cost less per milligram than 2 10 milligrams tablets. If it's cheaper and safe, have your prescriber write the higher strength with okay to split if clinically appropriate, and confirm with the pharmacist. Day supply can change the math. Some plans push 90-day fills. Discount lanes can reward 30-day. Always pull 30 and 90-day prices for the same NDC in each lane if you're stable on the med. If you're new to therapy, do a 30-day first to confirm tolerance before committing to 90. Watch for pack size traps. Some NDCs price better at 60 or 90 tablets. Ask the pharmacy, is there a pack size that lowers the per tablet cost? If yes, ask your prescriber to align the quantity if clinically fine. You're not changing your dose, you're aligning quantity with the best pricing tier. Common mistakes to avoid when mapping: mixing strengths or formulations between quotes. IR versus ER are not interchangeable, comparing 30-day in one lane to 90-day in another. Ignoring fees. Ask, any dispensing fees, local taxes, or membership needed to get this price? Add those to your map so the totals are real. Trusting yesterday's screenshot. Pull fresh quotes the day you fill. Skipping availability. Confirm the NDC is in stock. If not, ask when it arrives and whether the price holds. Capture it cleanly. Create a note per medication, labeled drug, strength, quantity, date. Log, pharmacy, lane, price, NDC, staff name who confirmed, fees, and in-stock status. Attach screenshots for discount codes. This becomes your baseline. Next month, you only refresh deltas, prices that changed, NDCs that went out of stock, or a lane that suddenly wins for 90-day. 2 quick shortcuts. First, ask the independent if they'll match a public discount as cash to avoid the card fee. If you match the $7 cash, you avoid transaction fees. Can we do that? Many will. Second, set your travel tolerance. If the absolute lowest is across town for a $2 difference, stick with your second best local price and save time. We're here for big wins, $1.40 versus $10 without adding hassle. Microstory payoff. A viewer mapped sertraline 50 milligrams and found $6 at a big box via app B, $7 at a chain via app C, and $11 cash at the independent. They called the independent and asked, "Can you match $6 as cash? You'll avoid the card fee." The pharmacist matched at $6 and sourced the same NDC for next month. One map, 2 wins, lower price, and a simpler pickup. Final checkpoint for step 1. Don't move forward until you have the 3 core numbers: cash, best discount honored, insurance test claim. For the same drug, same strength, same quantity, plus the NDCs. Once that's on paper, step 2 is a 60-second confirmation at the counter that prevents gotchas and locks the real total before you pay.